She had every piece of expensive jewelry her husband ever bought, locked away inside a drawer. She drove the finest cars in Port Harcourt, yet wore the same simple clothes every single day. And every night. At exactly 3 a.m. While her husband slept, she would quietly slip out of bed, sit alone in the dark, and do something no one in that house was ever supposed to see. Her husband believed God was blessing him. His board members called it hard work. Neighbors said it was luck. But the real source of his wealth was her. And the secret she carried was about to destroy everything. In the bustling city of Benin City, there lived a family. Not just any family. A family people whispered about. The Anderson family. 3 of them. Mr. Daniel Anderson, the husband. Mrs. Grace Anderson, the wife. And their daughter, little Emily, just 5 years old. They lived in a luxurious estate in Delta State. The kind of house that made neighbors peek through their curtains. The kind that made people ask questions they were too afraid to say out loud. Because it wasn't always like this. Before the mansion. Before the cars. Before the overflowing wealth. They had known struggle. Days without food. Sleepless nights. Prayers whispered in desperation. And then suddenly, everything changed. Almost overnight. People noticed. The market woman noticed. Strangers passing by noticed. And in a place like Warri, where people talk. They talked. Where did this money come from? How does a man rise this fast? Something is not right. But the Anderson family. They kept smiling. Kept giving. Kept helping the poor. To the world. They were a blessing. Mr. Daniel Anderson was the CEO of Delta Ceramics Ltd. And business. It never failed. Contracts kept coming. Deals never collapsed. He never lost. People said, that man is blessed. Then there was Mrs. Grace Anderson. A full-time housewife. No office. No career. Just quiet. Gentle. Beautiful. But you'd never know it. Because she dressed like she had nothing. Same clothes. Every day. No jewelry. No makeup. Just a simple scarf. Tied tightly on her head. Always. People whispered again. Maybe she's deeply religious. Maybe she doesn't care about wealth. But one question remained. Why does a rich woman look poor? Every Saturday in Port Harcourt. She took little Emily to the salon. She smiled. She greeted everyone. But when it was her turn, she refused. My daughter first. Every time. Her hair was never touched. One evening, Mr. Anderson bought her a gift. A 32-carat yellow diamond necklace. Worth over 12 million Nigerian nairas. He came home proud. She smiled. She hugged him. Then quietly, she placed it inside the drawer with the others on one. He couldn't take it anymore. Grace, what are you hiding? Why don't you enjoy this life? She smiled gently. I just love simplicity. And he believed her. That night, 3 a.m., she rose again. Silent. Careful. She entered the dressing room. Closed the door. And finally, we see the truth. Her hair. Rough. Unkempt. Neglected. Like something hidden for years. She began to comb. Slowly. And then she started chanting ancient Yoruba incantations. Crying. Praying for wealth. For abundance. For the flow of money never to stop. A ritual. One she must never miss. Or everything would collapse. Then. Footsteps. Closer. Closer. Fear gripped her. Who is there? Silence. Then. The door opened. It was Emily. Half asleep. She held her. And the child slept again. But the ritual continued. Night after night. Until one afternoon. A knock came. At their home in Benin City. She opened the door. And saw a woman. Come. To come. Her name was Victoria. An old schoolmate. But something was wrong. They talked. Laughed. But Victoria kept staring. Like she knew everything. Then suddenly. She snatched Grace's scarf. Grace screamed. Get out. Victoria smiled. And left. With the scarf. Grace panicked. That scarf was not ordinary. It was the source of everything. She searched everywhere. Nothing. Gone. She replaced it with another. But deep inside, she knew something had been broken. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe for the part 2 of this story.